Hello and welcome back to Buckle Up. My name is Jasper Bruce Wright.
And I'm Rob Wilson, and this is the Tesla Model Y, and today we're going to find out if it's any good. Okay, so at the front, this is the old Tesla Model 3, but inflated a bit.
Yeah, just a little bit taller. So we've got a very smooth but featureless front end, essentially.
No grill, yeah.
You've just got a big swoop. You do have a bit of a grille down here and some fog lights and some vents. Yep. And then these.
Yeah, these are the lights. These are the daytime running light bit. These are the indicator bit. And you will know these because if you've ever driven a car before, you will have seen these either blinding you coming towards you or blinding you from behind in your rear view mirror because they never seem to be calibrated properly. It also has an frunk, or fruit.
Yes, fruit.
Under there with your charging cables. It's actually quite a decent size. Even on this dual motor spec, it's not randomly smaller for no apparent reason, like it can be on Hyundais or Kias. So, should we go and look at the side?
Yeah.
See if it's more inflated Model 3 there.
I think it might be.
Okay, here at the side we have some 20-inch performance alloys. This is the dual motor, as I mentioned, so you get these bigger wheels, Michelin Sport Pilot, whatever you want to call them.
EV tyres.
EV, yes, the special EV ones. We've got part of your external camera system and side repeater in here, but next to you've got one there.
Yeah, so there's one on this B pillar, which is part of your Sentry mode system. So this car will tell you if somebody's come along and scratched it or dinged it.
It does this
which
all
is
the
quite
time.
handy. You've also got the world's most annoying door handles, which are a really kind of frustratingly slow process to open the door. But because you have frameless doors, it's actually quite good because it slows you down, so you can't open it too quickly and smash the window like you can with a Ford Bronco.
That is a good innovative safety feature.
Yeah, so same door handles at the back, but you've got tinted glass for these rear doors. And then further back on this side, you've got your charging flap, which you push to open, and then we think you should be able to push to close, but you just seem to have to kind of prod it. I suspect it may close automatically if you remove the charger.
It does.
But this will charge at a fast charger, a Tesla supercharger, to 80% in about half an hour, so pretty convenient.
Standard stuff. Shall we go and have a look at the boot and see how much bigger it is than the Model 3?
Well, we are here at the back, and it's
weirdly, it's a Tesla Model 3.
Yeah, but
bigger.
taller.
Yeah. So there's not much to talk about here, apart from it says dual motor and there's a Tesla badge, and this is not quite a diffuser. So shall we just open up the boot?
Yes. So this boot, because it's the Model Y, is a hatchback, isn't it? As opposed to a saloon. So you've got a much bigger boot opening to get things into.
It is way more practical.
Although, actually, I don't think this opens particularly high.
Not for me, no.
I think that should open more. But back here, under the world's most stupid rear parcel shelf, you've got 854 litres of space, although that actually is from the boot floor bottom up to the glass.
Yeah.
So it's the entire volume.
Yeah.
If we fold the rear seats down,
which you can do with these buttons,
you've got buttons for, you get 2,041 litres of space, which is actually incredible, really, for that's a lot of space.
That is a lot of space. And so these are false boot floors, and just to demonstrate how much room there is underneath this car comes with camp mode, which means you can sleep in it.
If you buy it. It's an optional extra.
And this bag is your mattress, and this fits comfortably underneath the boot floor, which is quite a large bag. So that is a good practical use, or good demonstration of the benefits that you can have from a ground-up EV.
Yeah, there are no other features in here, though.
Not really.
A couple of cubbies, no tie-down points, no hooks, nothing like that.
No.
So, should we go and see what the seats are like?
Yeah, I'm going to test the back seats because I'm tall, and you can test the front seats because it doesn't really matter. Okay, so in the back seats, and first of all, let's talk about space. So I am 6'2" or 188 centimeters tall. This front driver's seat is set up in my driving position, and as you can see, I've actually got a decent amount of knee room. My knees do just touch if I wave them about like that. Headroom is actually pretty good. You've got a big pan glass roof in here. It doesn't really eat. In fact, it actually is giving me a little bit more headroom than I otherwise would. In terms of footroom though, I think this is a huge benefit of how this car has been designed, because these front seats are just the same seats from the Model 3, but they've been risen up on plinths. Now, that saves money in terms of production costs, but it also means I've got absolutely loads of footroom here, and because there's a flat floor, I can stretch my legs out, put it wherever I want. If I was in this middle seat, I've got loads of footroom because there's nothing here in the centre. You've got 2 air vents and 2 USB-Cs, but there's nothing below that. There's no screen back here like there is in the newly facelifted Model 3. But if I didn't want to sit in the middle seat, I can have this as an armrest where there are 2 cup holders, and the bottle of water that fits in the quite large door bins also fits in there. If I do want to make this a middle seat though, I just push that up, that becomes my headrest, and then I can pop that down. This actually does have through loading, so it's 40, 20, 40 split. So if you have skis, if you're a skiist or a Christmas tree or something, you can do that. I've got seat back pockets on both of the front seats, and I've got a small hook here. But that's basically it. So I'll head up front. Well, I won't. Jasper will head up front and talk you through what's going on up there.
Well, the front of the Model Y is actually very spacious, especially if you're really short. Good thing there's plenty of adjustability in the seat, because yes, I can find a comfortable driving position. The seats are electrically controlled, but because they've been put on a plinth, I do feel really quite high up in this. I'd like to sit a bit lower, but not the end of the world. Steering column does adjust for both reach and rake, but you have to do it using controls in the screen and twiddling these dials on the steering wheel. That's actually kind of a running theme for anything in this interior, because there are literally no other buttons. You've got a stalk on the right hand side, which is your park, reverse drive, neutral, and you've got your indicator and wiper stalk on the left hand side. Save for those and your rotary controllers here, literally everything else, including opening the glove box, is in the screen. Mirror adjustment, etc. as well. You've got window switchers on the door card and your stupid electronic door release, but that's it. Centre console is actually really good for storage. You've got 2 slots here for putting a mobile phone in, a very large cubby front and centre, a pair of large cup holders which fit Rob's large bottle of water, which also drops nicely in the door card, and then under here you've got another very large cubby. So in terms of interior storage, it's actually pretty good. The design of the cabin is incredibly minimalist because you've basically got no kind of switchgear anywhere. You've got quite a nice wooden effect bit of vinyl across the dashboard, and then a large vent which is your airflow for the cabin, but it feels quite empty and like you've got an iPad just sitting in space. The switchgear feels okay, but it's not the highest quality cabin I've sat in. On the theme of switchgear not being the highest quality, this car has got 3,828 miles on it, and some of the stitching in the door card on the passenger side has actually started to rub loose. So there's a few fit and finish issues in here. It's a nice cabin design and layout. I do like how modern and airy it feels in here, but when it comes to actually standing up to the test of time, I think there's a few areas that are lacking. Let's see how it drives.
Okay, so driving the Tesla Model Y, well, I am.
Yes.
You're riding shotgun. Do you want to tell me all of the figures, please?
Yes.
Associated with the Model Y. Dual motor, as we're in, the all-wheel drive one.
Long range, all-wheel drive, dual motor. I shall use Tesla's own website for this, because that's of course where one should get one's figures from.
Yeah.
The WLTP range of this vehicle is 331 miles,
Pretty good.
which is good. Yes, that's very good.
Good start.
Dual motor, all-wheel drive. Obviously, as discussed, you've got the badge on the back.
Yep.
0 to 60 miles an hour, so not 62, not 100 kilometers an hour, but 0 to 60 miles an hour, 4.8 seconds. Yes, it feels fast.
Yes.
Teslas are very good at feeling fast.
Yes.
That number is, we believe, of course, with that 1 foot rollout cheat thing that they all do as
Yes,
well. So
it
it's
is, yeah.
not actually that fast in the real world, potentially, but
5 seconds is fast enough.
yeah, anything that does 0 to 60 in 5 seconds or less is more than quick enough for any daily driving scenario.
Yes.
They don't actually give a total power figure on their website.
Many.
Yes, but we know it's many. And at a supercharger, you can add about 150 miles of range in 15 minutes,
Yeah.
which is very impressive.
Yeah, that is the big benefit of Tesla, is their charging network
Yeah.
is so much better than everyone else's, and because it's all linked to your phone and your account,
You
don't
just pull up and charge, basically.
Yeah, you don't need to have a card, you don't need to have a special app. You'll have the Tesla app, but you don't need to have 42 different apps for the different charging
Yeah.
points you can have. Their electricity is also much cheaper per kilowatt
Yes.
than Ionity or GridServe or
Yeah,
whoever else.
it's basically the cheapest fast charge network that is available in the UK.
Yes.
It's a bit of a hefty boy, but
Well-
actually it's not really for this
It's under
for
2
this
tons.
type of car.
It's under 2
Yeah.
tons, and basically everything else that this is going up against is the wrong side of 2 tons.
Yes, it's only just under 2 tons. It's 1,979 kilos curb weight.
Yeah.
But relative to its closest competitors, it's lighter.
Yeah.
But relative to generally cars or non-EVs, it's hefty.
It is. In terms of how it drives, it is quite,
Ooh,
yeah,
that's
like weirdly wobbly. Yeah.
yes. Leave that in.
Yeah. The steering has no feeling whatsoever, but it's quite heavy,
Okay. I
which
guess
is similar to what the Model 3 was like.
Yeah.
It's like they're trying to
make you think it's got feeling.
Yeah, falsify the feeling basically by making the steering really heavy, but that
Yeah.
doesn't actually work. It's not a sporting car. It
No.
doesn't drive particularly nicely. There are better driving electric crossovers than
Yeah.
this. But that doesn't necessarily bother me,
Yeah.
because I think the main thing that we need to discuss is the price.
Which is good.
If you buy this car cash, you're crazy.
Well, if you buy any EV cash, really, you're crazy.
If you buy this on a business lease, not a dual motor, but a standard rear-wheel drive one, you can get it for like £250, £300 a month.
Which is obscenely good value. Like, it's unequivocally a very good value car if you can get it on a business lease, or even some PCP deals for these are pretty good.
It's pretty ridiculous in terms of the battery management, the space that this car offers, the charging infrastructure that you have available is better than everyone else.
Yeah.
It's incredible value for money when you look at it on that kind of leasing spectrum. If you were buying this car cash, just don't.
Yeah, don't.
Just don't do that. It's just essentially a white good.
Yeah.
Like, I know that there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Like, it doesn't need to be the most exciting car in the world. And I understand why people who have Teslas think that it might be the most exciting car in the world, because they might have come out of something that is particularly uninteresting.
Yeah, and also a lot of people conflate being able to put your foot down and accelerate quickly with genuinely good or exciting driving, and they are not the same thing.
No, they're not. I think that like a Ford Mach-e is nicer to drive than this.
Yeah.
Although I wouldn't buy one of those
No.
either. Like this is the thing. Like I don't think I would, unless it was the Ioniq 5N.
Yeah.
I don't think I would buy any of the cars in this class.
No.
That 5N is really ridiculously
Yeah.
good. This is fine.
It's got the same rubbish auto wipers from the 3 as well, hasn't it?
As soon as it stops raining, they come on.
Yeah.
And as soon as it starts raining, they turn off.
The other thing that I'm noticing in here, this cabin creaks a lot.
There's a lot of noise from the cabin. Oh,
Ooh, it thinks we're off the road.
No, it's just we live in the UK where the lines are not brilliant. So you do get all of the safety stuff and the autopilot, and that's great, but it does have some shortcomings, which we will discuss in our conclusion. Okay then, the Model Y. It has some excellent plus points.
Yeah.
The fact that you can get this for very little money a month on a business lease.
Yeah. Your range.
The range,
your
the charging
charging
infrastructure, how fast it is in a
it
straight
all-
line.
It all just works through your phone, through the app.
Very convenient. It has some quite big flaws as well.
Yes.
Build quality.
Cabin refinement.
It doesn't look particularly
Nope.
inspiring, especially compared to things like an Ioniq 5.
Well, compared to most other things in this segment, it's
a bit,
lacking a bit of substance.
It's a bit bland,
Yeah.
but you cannot ignore the price.
No, it's very, very good value if you're looking at leasing or PCPing
Yeah.
this car.
So, if you are one of those people who are looking to business lease, which the majority of EV buyers are, definitely go and check this out. It's either I think it's a very love-hate car.
Yeah, you either love or hate this car, but I actually think there's one in between, because you either love Tesla and think their products are great, whatever, or you hate Tesla and think their products and the company is questionable, or there's a third one, smack bang in the middle, where you don't actually care about that, and what you care is, what am I getting for my money?
Yes.
And for you, this is a very good car.
Yes. Yeah, value-wise.
Yeah, if you're
on a
not
piece of
bothered
paper,
about cars,
No.
but you want to know what you're going to get for your £400 a month,
Yeah.
this is unarguably quite a good, easy option.
Yeah, it's an
to recommend.
appliance, and it does a lot of things a lot better than the other appliances
If
in this segment.
If cars are like freezers to you, buy this.
Yes. And with that resounding endorsement, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like, comment down below, but most importantly, please do subscribe to the Buckle Up YouTube channel and turn notifications on so you never miss an upload.
There are a few different ways you can support the channel. Obviously, subscribe, please do. But if you check out the video description, all of our social media are linked down there, as well as our merch store, where you can buy merchandise that says Buckle Up on it. And a final way you can support us is if you are already subscribed on YouTube but want to give us even more on a monthly basis, you can become a channel member, and we'd be very, very grateful. So, my name's Jasper Bruce Wright.
I'm Rob Wilson, and that is the best review ever conducted of a Model Y.
Thanks for watching.
Goodbye.